Hello, my name is Joe Johnson and I've been actively engaged in research into natural remedies for over 20 years. If you have foot cramps, you need to really listen because this crucial short video will directly affect you. What I have discovered about stopping foot cramps quickly is cutting edge, and it just might be the untapped resource that you have been looking for. I'm going to show you how simple it is to quickly reduce or even stop your foot cramps. But just as importantly, I'm going to show you how to switch on and speed up your body's own natural healing mechanisms so you don't get foot cramps anymore, without the need for any surgery or without risking your health to expensive, useless and even dangerous drugs. Now, Emma Williams, who's the editor on this website, she's urged me to share with you details of an astonishing discovery that I've made about foot cramps. One that gets rid of your cramps faster than you've ever dreamt possible. So now in plain English, we're going to find out what is actually going on in your aching foot when you've got the foot cramps. And you're going to see how simple and easy it is to reduce the foot cramp pain. So if you're the one who's got foot cramps, what's actually going on? Well, think of it like this. For whatever reason, whether through a strain or through toxicity build up within the foot, or whether a nerve cross-wiring, your foot suffers from painful cramping. Now, your body is more than capable of repairing the damage and stopping the cramps, because after all, your body made your foot in the first place. But it's always assumed that your foot would work correctly and it would last you a lifetime. So apart from the usual biochemical and cellular replacements that take place on a daily basis, your body's own healing mechanisms don't usually undertake or focus on the causes of foot cramp. So if you've got a foot cramp problem, you need to somehow stimulate your body's healing mechanism into focusing on and repairing your foot. Now, unless you find a way to stimulate your body's healing mechanisms and doing it without damaging your body's delicate chemical balance, then sooner or later you may end up losing the mobility of your foot altogether. Now, before I show you it's a simple way to stimulate your body's natural healing mechanisms, I want you to consider this. Normally, if you get a cramping foot, your body's healing system, it will try over a long period of time, it will attempt to heal itself. But if you've been stressed or maybe overworked or taken drugs, including painkillers and anti-inflammatories, then your body's natural healing mechanisms become slightly weaker. And that is enough for the healing mechanism itself to be interrupted or even stop altogether. So once your foot, the muscles becomes inflamed and you're experiencing foot cramp and you can be stuck with it, you might struggle to walk for months or even years. And some people with foot cramp, if it's left untreated, they never walk properly again. And to make things even worse, as I said earlier, if you use painkillers or anti-inflammatories to kill the pain in your cramping foot, you're going to have to swallow these drugs, which means that the whole of your body's healing system is now shocked and weakened even further by the toxic impact of the powerful pain-killing chemicals. This is why if you take painkillers and anti-inflammatories, they do appear to work for a day or two. But then your foot cramp problem, it seems to come back worse than ever before. And in case you're in any doubt about the dangers of modern painkillers or anti-inflammatories, now they're sometimes called non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. But according to a recent report by eminent US doctors, and you can see the proof below, in the United States alone, the total number of deaths caused by conventional medicine like painkillers and anti-inflammatories is about 800,000 a year. That's about 2,200 men, women and children every day. So it's now evident that the American medical system is the major cause of death and injury in the United States. And that is those eminent doctors saying that, not me. So I was desperate to find a way of reducing and even stopping your foot cramps, but at the same time, stimulating your body's healing mechanisms into healing your foot cramp as fast as possible. And I wanted to do it without harming or damaging in any way, the amazing biochemical miracle. We take it for granted every single day, and that's your incredible human body. So I've seen so many people lose the mobility in their foot, and then they lose their health. And it just starts off with simple conditions like foot cramp. And sometimes they can have expensive or painful surgery, but it's tragic and it's so unnecessary. Well, it's avoidable. And that's why I did my research. You see, human beings with foot cramps have been around for tens of thousands of years. And pharmaceutical companies have been around about 100 years. And they don't want you to know what your ancestors knew. So my first step when doing research is to always go back into history to see what people knew then. And after a lot of reading, and I don't mean the usual herbalist research books, I mean that whilst I can't reveal my sources, I've got secret access to, some of the very best herbalist remedy books on the planet. And books that are mostly kept hidden away by rich collectors, by private libraries, research libraries, even drug companies keep these books hidden away. Now, I've also got access to books that modern science believes are not even worth looking at. These are books written by people who've got zero medical qualifications. People who've lived in the wilds of nature, learning and practicing the secrets of Mother Nature every day of their lives. These people have had herbal remedies passed down from one generation to the next, to the next, to the next. And it was in one such research book that I found the clues to an ancient cure for foot cramps. And it was in a ramshackle bookshop that lay just behind the harbour in the port of Antibes in southern France. I was in the shop. The book was there. It was over 200 years old. Now, my French isn't very good, but fortunately, most botanical books are written in Latin. And whilst my Latin is no good either, I knew enough to recognise the plants' names. But I was puzzled. You see, there were several amazing remedies inside that book, but this one remedy for foot cramps stood out. The remedy I found was for swelling and injury of the foot. And yet, the plants I'd read about I'd never considered for use for foot cramp problems before. So I took note of the types and the plants used and where they're best found, the ratio and the mixture and the preparation and anything else that I could use that I think that might help me to make the remedy. Now, of course, I'd used these herbs before. I've heard of them, I've used them many times, but I had no idea then that once mixed in the right combination, they would stimulate such an incredible cramp relieving effect and the healing effect directly onto your aching foot. I knew that up till now that most natural remedies for foot cramps are nothing more than mild stimulant creams. They warm the skin, they stimulate blood flow to the foot, but they simply didn't affect the cramp levels or the healing mechanism to any degree at all. They do help a bit, but for foot cramps, they simply don't work. They're just not strong enough. So I expected my research to last 6 to 12 months, but within 6 weeks, I got a proven remedy. Now, I wanted to test it for longer, but my conscience just wouldn't let me, because every single client with foot cramp was saying it was amazing. And sometimes it was working within just a few hours. Now, this remedy has been proven now many times to quickly reduce foot cramps. And not only that, it rapidly speeds up the healing time of your painful, aching foot. So, how do you use this remedy? You simply massage just a few drops, and it's a clear, pleasant smelling remedy directly on to your aching foot where you've been cramping. And that'll take you about 10 seconds. And you do it 3 times a day. And finally, you make sure you put a few drops on the soles of your feet at bedtime as well. And that's it. It is that easy. Your speedy healing will then begin. Your cramp levels will come down very quickly. And you'll no longer need, or hopefully no longer need, any pain-killing drugs that slaughter your already tired immune system. And hopefully the prospect of any painful or expensive surgery will go away as well. Now, I've made the remedy so that it's simple, it's convenient, and it's easy to use. It's a concentrated, pleasant smelling, oily liquid. It doesn't look like much, but it really does pack a wallop. And this small bottle will last you a long time. When you're using it, you'll suddenly feel your foot improving. Within a few hours of using it, you'll know, your foot will know that something's changed, it's getting better. You'll have more mobility in your foot, and hopefully saying goodbye to painkillers for good. Your foot will be returning to health. So this is convenient, easy to use remedy. It means you don't have to spend your day making expensive and time-consuming appointments with therapists and doctors and things like that. Or you don't have to go down to the drugstore and discuss your problems down there either. It's just a small bottle of a thick, clear, pleasant-smelling herbal liquid, and it will last you a long time. But the bottle is small and it'll easily fit into your pocket or into your purse. You can even dab a few drops onto your foot during the day. Okay, how you use it, the choice is yours. Now, I plan to launch the remedy called Foot Cramp Doctor with advertising, fancy packaging and sending it out to my small network of distributors. But I never got the chance because word quickly spread about the results that I was getting with this Foot Cramp Doctor. Patients and herbalists came to my practice and literally demanded I make it for them. But it wasn't so simple. You see, I've tested a lot of different herbs, and the only herbs, or the only organic herbs, which consistently stop foot cramps came from the Middle East. Now, in these war-torn, struggling times, can you imagine how hard it is to import a shipment of herbs from the Middle East? Right. To say my ingredient supply is in the lap of the gods is a massive understatement. Now, I recently had enough ingredients for 3 batches. I've made each batch by hand myself. I've measured the herbs, I've weighed them, I've mixed the herbs myself, and I've blended the herbs myself. So don't worry about that. The foot cramp doctor remedy that I make are of the highest quality possible. Now, I've handed over 2 of the batches to my trusted friend Emma Williams. So if you've got foot cramp, then I strongly suggest you get this remedy called Foot Cramp Doctor. Before any of the supplies run out, and before you inadvertently harm yourself with painkillers, or before you end up needing any surgery or whatever. Now, I call using this Foot Cramp Doctor remedy, it's like an avalanche of healing. And I say that for a very good reason. It's the way the drops of the remedy flood your foot with hard-hitting, healing herbs. It's like experiencing like an avalanche of cramp relief around your foot. And as I said earlier, this remedy packs a wallop. You will feel your foot improving. Within a few hours of using it, your foot will feel different and you'll know something's changed and it's getting better. But you must hurry, however. I normally only give this remedy to my personal clients and to fellow herbalists. I've never committed a single batch of Foot Cramp Doctor to anybody else before. Now, Emma's begged me not to let the other herbalists or the online stores know what we were up to till she had the stock. Well, now she's got the stock and it's going faster than even I imagined. So if you mess around now or think you're going to come back later or you order late, you might miss out. So if you've got foot cramp, that would be a horrible mistake. So don't let that happen. Order the remedy now, because this is big for anyone with foot cramp. If you truly want to get rid of your painful foot cramping problem and get rid of it fast, then this remedy will instantly give you the power and the ability to treat your own aching feet. before it's too late. The result is that you're going to be free from foot cramps and be able to move cramp-free once more. So have a good look at the testimonials below and see how the foot cramp doctors help men and women across the country to get rid of their foot cramp and get rid of it fast. This is your chance to benefit from a guaranteed supply of foot cramp doctor. But maybe you have a few understandable seeds of doubt. And that's fair enough, because after all, you don't know me. So let me put your mind at rest so that you can experience the foot cramp doctor remedy for yourself completely risk-free. You can try this remedy risk-free for a full 90 days if you wish. You don't risk a single penny trying this remedy for yourself. You've got a complete ironclad 90-day unconditional 100% money back guarantee. But the clear and simple truth is this remedy is a breakthrough. If it doesn't quickly and easily reduce and then get rid of your foot cramps, or if you're not completely satisfied with anything in any way at all, then I insist you send the remedy back to Emma in any condition, and she'll personally make sure that you get a full and fast refund of every penny that you've paid for the remedy. There's going to be no questions asked and there's going to be no hassles. Not only that, you can keep all the bonus books as a thanks for trying the remedy. And you've got my word on that. Okay, so how much will the foot cramp doctor remedy cost you? Well, I normally charge my clients $200 for an appointment plus $170 for the remedy. However, because you don't have to have an appointment with me, and to be honest, appointments with me are pretty hard to get anyway. Plus, I'm not using my offices, we're not using my staff, we're not using all the other expenses. I've agreed with Emma to give you 50% discount on the foot cramp doctor remedy. That means you can get your foot cramp doctor remedy for just $87 plus $5 shipping. That means you're going to save over $280. And Emma's literally manhandled me into giving you some additional free bonus health ebooks. Now those books are valued at $127 and they're to the first 100 who try the Cramp Doctor remedy. And you can see the details of those books below. These bonuses alone are worth more than the cost of the remedy. So this is the first time and maybe the last time that my foot cramp doctor has ever been sold for less than $170. You see, $87 is less than the price of useless and even dangerous painkillers, and it's less than the price of a visit to your doctor, and it's certainly less than the price of a painful surgery, which some people need unless they get it sorted fast. So order your remedy right now while Emma still has the stock and while she's still on this page. Simply click the link below and Emma will look after you. And if you've got any questions about foot cramp or about this foot cramp remedy, you can write to me at any time. So click on the link below and Emma will get your remedy sent out to you in the post today. And I look forward to helping you get free of cramps for the rest of your life. Okay, bye for now.